Everyone knows by now that current Intellivision CEO Phil Adam was involved with the Coleco chameleon. But when we found out about this, the Amico fans said we were being unfair, and it was a one-off in a great career.
All people are talking about is the Coleco chameleon, which he only had a scant involvement in, but it's important to know what else he has done in his career in this industry, and I am going to lay that out so people know why he was put in charge of Intellivision. So if you're going to lump Phil Adam in with the chameleon, then you should have the decency to also lump him in with all the successes he has had in his career running game companies and being on various boards. His resume should speak for itself.
Yes, let's look at his resume for the last 20 years in the industry. Before joining Intellivision, one of Phil Adams' last jobs in video games was as president of Retro Action Entertainment. Remember Mike Kennedy's failed Kickstarter for Intellivision remakes? What was the company that was behind that crowdfund campaign? It didn't do very well. Funnily enough, a certain former CEO of Intellivision was one of the backers. A couple of jobs before Retro Action Entertainment, Phil was CEO of Subdued Software. During this time, they ran a Kickstarter to fund one of their games. They ran this crowdfunding campaign due to financial difficulties.
We are proud of what we have done so far, but we need funding in order to complete our vision. Ultimately, the money ran so low that we were forced to stop production altogether. We need funding to complete various features of the game.
This one didn't do very well either. In 2002, Phil was promoted to president of Interplay Entertainment, and in his words, was responsible for all operational aspects of our publicly traded company. During the period of 2002-2004, while Phil was president and in charge of so much of the company, Interplay were on the receiving end of multiple lawsuits. The following is from a document on the SEC website. Summary. Lawsuit from Synex Information Technologies for various claims of breach of a distributorship agreement. Lawsuit from Warner Brothers for defaulting on amended and restated secured convertible promissory note for $2 million. Lawsuit from Arden Realty Finance 4 LLC for defaulting the corporate lease agreement. Lawsuit from Monte Cristo Multimedia filed a breach of contract complaint with damages totaling $886,000. The claim was settled for $100,000 payable in 12 installments, but they didn't keep up with these payments, so Monte Cristo Multimedia filed a stipulated judgment. Lawsuit from Reflexive Entertainment for failure to pay development fees. Lawsuit from KDG France SAS for failure to pay royalties. A notice from the Internal Revenue Service IRS, due to Interplay owing $110,000 in payroll tax penalties and interest for late filing and late payment of payroll taxes. Multiple employees filing claims with the State of California Labor Board due to the company failing to meet its payroll obligations. They didn't pay their employees. The Labor Board fined Interplay $79,000 for having lost workers' compensation insurance. California State Board of Equalization claimed Interplay owed $73,000 for a prior year audit. The lack of paying employees even made video game news websites Despite all these lawsuits, the lack of paying employees, having their offices closed, the fines from missed tax payments, etc., Phil was still getting paid very handsomely. You forgot to mention any of that, Michael? It just slipped your mind, I'm sure.